Alright, it's finally time for me to unveil the best of each Smash Ultimate character in Michigan, put together by me, Goat. I put a lot of time and effort into this, so please just appreciate it and don't be too upset at anything you see here. Getting right into it. Special thanks to Phonic, Scotch, and Jotto. They all helped me with the initial construction of the list. That's Thoughtfulness I post on Twitter. They all help with that. Rules, very important to detail these so people don't get confused or have some dumb questions. So please, if anything confuses you, just keep these in mind. Players be from Michigan. Players be known for the character. Pockets or offshoot usages will not be considered unless necessary. For example, BooBear's Ness wouldn't count because he's not known for the character and it's not one of the secondaries. But if we did need someone to fill out the Ness slot, then we would have used his Ness, but we didn't. So anyway, moving on. A player will not be highlighted more than twice. This is just to give more people spotlight, so I'm not highlighting the same people repeatedly. I want to highlight a lot of different players here. I don't want to highlight a PR player who can just play 5 different characters 5 different times. That's kind of boring. Results will be pulled from PG stats, so some people who had most of their turns on like challenge or something, they're gonna get shafted a little bit. Sorry about that. I will be displaying the positive results. However, designations will be made of character-specific results. When I get to the highlighted parts, it's going to display their all-time results, which I know may not be indicative of how good the specific character is done. But trust me, when it comes to the characters and who I think the best of each character is, I did try my best to make it a character-specific rank based off their character-specific results. Wi-Fi shall be included. It's taking up a third of this game's life cycle, and there's too much data to ignore. Like it or not, Wi-Fi is an important part of this game's competitive history. Finally, this is an all-time list. Results will be pulled since the game came out in December 2018. So those out of the way, let's jump right into it. To Mario, we're starting off NAD79. Bit of surprising one here. He's gonna beat out HM's CK47 and Gomakenpi for this slot. CK47, of course, the West Michigan Mario player, and Gomakenpi, the PR player, who has like a pocket Mario. But anyway, he's only played the game for a few months, and he does have wins over guys like Sam, Superhero, Smasher, Runes. So some people have made PR in the past, some solid wins there. His best play tournament is probably getting top 8 here at Tester Medal 17. I think that was a Wi-Fi tournament though. Anyway, moving on. Donkey Kong, I don't think this will surprise anyone. We get Runes, the Donkey Kong extraordinaire. He's going to beat out Dylster's Donkey Kong and Zephyr's Donkey Kong. He has gotten PR 4 times actually. He got number 9, number 14, number 11, and number 8. He is from Southeast Michigan, and he has a 68% win rate. He has a lot of wins over a lot of PR players, and obviously his most signature win is going to be over Ken. He also has wins over Zinoto, Gomakenpi, Comet, number 1 in Wisconsin, Zagu, Daybreak, Ozone, Advo, Ksev, Aquatic, Lavish, Kepler, Smasher 1001, Fire Train, Superhero, Tojo, Baloney, Pizza Direct, Low 1, Eden, Hawk, Dylster, Caleb, Linus, Nebula, and Dice. All those guys made PR. And it's a pretty impressive tournament there, getting 49 for Tango Saga. It's probably his best, probably his best tournament. Link, a bit of a sad one here. Iceman, the West Michigan Link player, the only player that we could come up with, that I could come up with to take this spot. And he is a bit of a victim of the rules that I'm using, as I'm only taking PG stats. And a lot of West Michigan tournaments were held under challenge, so I'm sure his win rate is higher than 33%. I'm sure he has a lot more wins and better placements than you'll see right here. But anyway, Iceman is going to take best Link, and we're going to move on. Samus / Dark Samus. We have Advo taking the spot, the long-time top Samus PR player, with Ryuga, who's made PR before, and more still, just a top Michigan Samus taking the HM spot. Advo, of course, made PR in every season besides Season 7, and he has a win rate of 78% and a lot of wins to take note of over guys like Low 1, Nicko, Ryuga, Black Twins, Dylster, Lavish, Goma, Daybreak, Smasher. I put Low 1 again for some reason. Ksev, Anthony, Runes, Zagu, Kepler, Hawk, Clark, Caleb. Basically, he's been a ton of PR guys, even some out-of-state guys like Doorstep and Nitro Sharp, and Burst, the Yoshi player. So, very good spread of wins there for Advo. One of his best tournaments I will highlight here is 7th out of 174 at the Akuma Cup, and 33rd at Big House too. So, very good placements for him. So some people might be expecting Zero Marth to spot. I went with Tryhard Train, the old school Yoshi player. He got PR twice, getting number 15 in seasons 1 and 2. Mii, by the way, was the other H I mentioned. He has wins over a lot of guys like Zinoto, Smasher, Runes, Aquatic, P63X, Quark, Gomakenpi. I don't know why I put Conceal for him that time. Zagu, Nen, Lavish, Nicko, Caleb, Superhero Ksev, Ryuga, Scrubbed Out. All those guys made PR before. He has won a couple tournaments before, so obviously really good player. Tryhard Train. Let's move on to Kirby. It's gonna go to Swazi, and kind of like Link here. There wasn't anyone else I could think of to fill the spot. Swazi, the East Michigan Kirby player, and this isn't like Tryhard. This isn't like Iceman, where I think a lot of tournaments were on challenge. I think Swazi's only been active for a few months, and his tournament results did get progressively better since he started. He went from like 0-2 / 1-2 to 2-2 right now. His best win though is definitely Ahmad. He has top 8 in 1 local, so. Swazi, you're going to take the title as Best Kirby. Fox is a pretty contested category between 3 high-end Michigan Fox players. Superhero is going to edge out Ducks and Aquatic for this spot. He did make PRs twice, getting number 13, number 10, and number 10 in the first 3 seasons. And he does boast a load of PR wins, such as Gomakenpi, Dylster, Kepler, Druish, Hawk, Advo, Runes, Linus, Dice, Aquatic, Zagu, Nicko, Lavish, Pikachu, Blade, Colonies, Eden. You guys get it. He's beaten a lot of people. Okay. And his most impressive tournament there is probably Smash World Weeklies, getting first out of 178. Pikachu is going to go to Gomakenpi's co-mained Pikachu. He has, of course, made PR in every season besides Season 7. Peaking at number 2 in Season 2. He has a lot of wins and some national wins to take note of that are really impressive, like Comet, Black Twins, Cosmos, Yeti, Ned. So very good high-end wins there. He also boasts a ton of in-state wins against guys like Daybreak, Advo, Smasher, Lo1, Dylster, BooBear, Zagu, Kepler, Pikachu, Maloney, Onan. A lot of really good wins for there. He has also some really good national places as well, getting 17th at Gommel and 25th at Smash and Splash. Going on the Ness, we got Slam Shady, barely edging out Section Nexo. This is one of the closer ones. But Slam Shady, the old school Ness player, he's currently in Indiana, I believe. But he did go to MSU. He has wins over Runes and Ksev and Superhero and Pichu Reacts and Aquatic and Lavish. And so all those guys made PR at some point. And between Slam Shady, Section, and EXO, he did have the highest win rate at 62%. And he has impressive placements. Getting first out of 57 at this Iowa Fall Arcadian, it was his best one. And he has top 8 in a couple Smash Fields. Moving on, we got Yoder taking the Luigi spot, the Mid-Michigan player, of course. He does have a 61% win rate, and he has wins over some higher-end players like Nicko, SETHsational, Gomakenpi, Hawk, Runes, obviously, and Aquatic. So, very good ones for him. He didn't make top cut at the Arcadian, and he's top 8, I think, every Tri-City he's gone to. So, very good player, one of the best players in Mid-Michigan. Captain Falcon going to another Mid-Michigan player. We got SETHsational with his co-main Captain Falcon. He has been playing since the game came out. I think he won the first big Michigan tournament, which was Case Perfs and Controllers. But he does have an impressive spread of wins on guys like Goma, BooBear, Smasher, Tryhard Train, Advo, Eden, Runes, Zagu, Ksev, Dylster, Daybreak, Aquatic, and Anthony. So, very good spread of wins for him. And let's move on. Oh shoot. Okay. Jigglypuff is going to go to Copel's secondary Jigglypuff. There wasn't really any other Jigglypuffs in consideration here, but even still, he probably still would have won this spot. He has beaten the likes of Nicko, Nicko and Adorable Knight and Armade and C. Caleb and Anthony and Druish and Defoe and Aquatic and Dice. And he has a lot of really good online wins too to boot, like guys on I think Gabriel and Catalyst and the Buzz, so very good results from there. His best result probably was looking 4th out of 194 at the MISC Arcadian. Peach/Daisy is going to go to the best player in Michigan, Zinoto. He's been number 1 every season. I think he's one of 2 players to make PR every single season. I think no one's going to argue with this, but even so, 90% win rate is just ridiculous. His national wins are, of course, including guys like Leon, Myron, MVD, Cosmos, Gen, Cola, Sharp, JW, Aaron, Comet, Utopian Ray, and he has beaten pretty much everyone in Michigan. He wins all Michigan tournaments and regionals. He has impressive national tournaments as well, which you can highlight, like getting 25th at Frostbite, 17th at Gumbo, and 9th at CEO, and 13th at Big House too. But on the bottom there, it's going to go to Shinigli, who I think did move to NDVA area a couple months after the game came out. But even so, while he was in Michigan, he still got wins over guys like Daybreak and Lavish and Tojo, and Cicalo and Ned and Advo. So very good spread of wins for him there. But in NDVA, he's beaten guys like Pink Fresh, ZD, and Peanut. And he has gone top 8 at the Michigan tournaments as well, and he does frequently top 8 the MDVA tournaments as well. So Shinigli is going to take the Bowser spot. Moving to the Ice Climbers, got Player Unknown, who is pretty much going to take the spot by default. No one else really competed for the spot. And he has wins over Daybreak, Bang, Superhero, SETHsational, Tojo. Those guys were all made PR. And then his placements, his best one is easily getting first out of easily winning the Midwest Arcadian. He also has a really good placement, 49th there at Frostbite. So Player Unknown, really good player. Sheik is gonna go to Quark's secondary Sheik. There wasn't really any other Michigan Sheiks that competed with Quark for the spot. But anyway, Quark was of course number 1 on the MISC Wi-Fi PR, and he got number 6 on Season 6 and number 8 on Season 7. He's a win rate of 75%. His wins on Zinoto, Low 1, Goma, Advo, Lavish, Daybreak, Anthony, Hawk, Dylster, Linus, Eden, Pichu, Nen, Kepler, Smasher, Superhero, Ryoku, Fire Train, Burst, Vanguard, Naito Sharp, Onin, Nicko. Like a lot of really high-end wins there for him. He has gotten top 8, I think in every regional he's gone to, like Wolverina and Graveyard. And he got 49 to Riptide. This is one of 4 Michigan players to get top 64 Riptide. So, good for you, Clark. So, of course, I assume that was the Game & Watch, but I'm sure some of these are his Sheik wins. Zelda is going to go to the Ann Arbor Zelda main Coin Flip, with HS going to Craig and Elf and some other Zelda specialists, but Coin Flip, been a long time Zelda main for the Ann Arbor scene. He has wins over top end Ann Arbor players like Nen and Lavish, as well, and he also has a PR win against Pichu Reacts. So good set of wins for him there. It's hard to do much with Zelda, so pretty impressive nonetheless for Coin Flip. Dr. Mario is going to go to T-Day444, who just recently moved to Michigan, and the HM is going to go to DG, the long-time West Michigan Doc main, and BooBear. T-Day has beaten guys such as AC, Phoenix, White Nova, Advo, Daybreak, Gomakenpi, Poison Health, Fenrir, Chase, Smasher, Low 1, C. Caleb, Anthony, Runes, Pichu Reacts. Like a lot of really good wins from there. And he got 129th on main stage for a Doc player. This is pretty impressive in my book. But anyway, moving on. Pichu is going to go to Nero, the old school Pichu player, beating out Nick and Cooper, who are also pretty solid Pichu players from Mid-Michigan and West Michigan respectively. But Nero was one of the best players in Michigan when the game first came out. He got 5th at the Pantheon Festival in Kickoff, 4th at Smashfield, 2nd out at Unite, and got top 24 at C-Tier, Guardian. He had wins against guys like Nen, Dylster, Blade, Runes, Ksev, and Advo, who all went on to get PR, as well as some other solid wins in there as well. Falco is going to go to Dice, the Falco extraordinaire, with HM's going to Daybreak and Pichu Rex's secondary Falcos. He did get number 10 on the Season 7 PR, and he does have a lot of wins against guys like Nicko, Low 1, Quark, C. Caleb, Superhero, Smasher, Gomakenpi, Lavish, Daybreak. A lot of really good wins for him there. His signature tournament of course was winning the Arcadian, and everybody knows Dice. Dice is the name. Marth is going to go to East Michigan's Solar, with HMs going to Dylster, secondary Marth, and Viper Moon, the old school Marth player. He had wins. He had some solid wins against Smasher, the Bows, Spectral, Copal, Aquatic, Zagu, T-Day, Cypher, Rune, some older PR players in there as well. And he has gone top 8 at Oasis, I know that. And he did get 25th at the Arcadian, so not at all bad player. Solar is pretty good. Moving on to Lucina, we have Dylster, one of the best players in Michigan for a long time. He has fluctuated between like getting number 12 and number 11. He peaked at number 4 on the Michigan PR once. And he most recently got number 9 on season 6, but he was asked off the season 7 PR. He has a win rate of 74% and has a lot of higher end wins here, getting wins against guys like Nicko, Zinoto, Daybreak, Gomakenpi, Low 1, Linus, Hawk, Tojo, Cowboy, BooBear. I think Dylster's beaten pretty much every high end player in Michigan. He has won a lot of tournaments here. One of his most impressive placings was getting 4th at the Back Smash Regional. I think that was with Donkey Kong, but either way, really good player. Everybody knows who Dylster is. He's amazing. We went on Young Link, that Blade, Blade, and at his peak he got number 15 on the Michigan PR in season 3, when he had a lot of PR wins. But he did beat out some Young Link specialists like Jado and Blue Boo from East Michigan and West Michigan effectively. But he had some really good wins. So he beat Advo, Rune, Smasher, Zagu, P-Strex, Ksev, Kepler, C. Caleb, BooBear. Like a lot of PR wins there. Superhero, Nen. Number 1 in Wisconsin is right there. Comet, Lavish, Ryoku, Linus. So like some really good wins in there. He actually had some really good national performances, like getting 97th at Frostbite and 65th at Gumbo. So, moving on. Ganondorf is going to go to the monster himself, Dr. Watts. This guy just strikes fear into people. And while there are no HMs here, he would have most certainly won the spot regardless. His signature placing was, of course, winning a SmackDown Detroit when I think guys like Gomakenpi and Dylster there. He beat Pikachu with Ganondorf. That was insane. Anyway, he has wins like against Quark, Anthony, Drewish, Broly, Dice, Ksev, obviously Gomakenpi and Blade as well, and he also wins on like SETHsational Extraordinary, the Reed Brothers, P-Strex. So very good wins there for Dr. Watts, very deserving of this Ganondorf slot. Moving on, we got Mewtwo, which is also going to go to player unknown, with HMs going to Linus's Pocket Mewtwo and Sapphire, the old school Mewtwo player. We already covered his results, so if you want to hear his results again, you can just go back to the Ice Climbers page. Rory is going to go to Nicko, who just recently moved here from California after quarantine. Obviously, most of the stuff was with Shulk, like his national performances, but he did dominate Michigan for a little bit with Roy. He's going to beat out guys like Broly and Blue Boo, who are really good Roy mains as well. Anyway, he has an 81% win rate, and some of the international wins, of course, are against guys like The Buzz, Void, Louis Money, Salem, Elegant, Cosmos, Kameme, Moxie, Ned, Leffen, Big D, and Yeti. He also has wins against almost every good Michigan player like Zinoto, Daybreak, Onan, Eden, Lil One. He beats Fargo as well, Advo, Dylster, like obviously incredible player right here. Nicko, one of the best players in the world, one of the best players in the world, is one of the top players in Michigan. I don't think many people are surprised at that. I mean, we'll talk about him a little bit more when we get to Shulk, I'm sure. Crom is going to go to Lavish, sponsored by Damage, because he deals that damage. He has gotten number 11 on season 4, number 13 on season 6, and number 5 on season 7. His signature win, is of course was against Cola. He also beat Bang. Why is that happening? Stop that. Okay. He also beat Nicko and Dylster and Quark and Daybreak and Caleb and P-Strex and BooBear and Smasher and Goma, Sam and Jado, Advo, Zagu, Kepler, Low One, Agi, Runes. He had a lot of really good wins. He did get 49th at Low Tide City. That was his best national performance. And he has of course won an Oasis. He's really good. Really fun player to watch. Mr. Game Watch, we're going back to Clark here. He's gonna take his rightful place as the best Game Watch lane in Michigan, beating out Lone Flex and Question Mark, some notable Game Watch players from East Michigan, West Michigan, respectively. We already covered him though. So I'm not gonna talk about too much more about Clark because we already covered him on the Sheik page. Meta Knight is gonna go to the old school Meta Knight Glacey. If you guys remember, back when Ultimate first, before Ultimate came out, Glacey got his hands on an early copy, and he was the one posting all those Meta Knight zeros, and everybody was so scared, and the Meta Knight wasn't that good when Ultimate came out. That was a sidebar, but anyway, Glacey does boast a 59% win rate. He did beat out Linus and Freakazoid, who have secondary or pocket Meta Knights rather. But he has wins against Advo, Ness, Strix, Runes, Quark, Sam, SETHsational, Lavish, a bunch of PR players there, Blade, Nebula, and some good placings here at Michigan events. He gets 65th with Glitch 6, which is probably his best event. Okay, anyway, moving on to pit/Shark Pit against Daybreak's secondary pit. When Daybreak, one of two players along with Zinoto to get PR every single season, so very impressive feat there for Daybreak. He was top 5 every season and then got 9th in season 7, so he tapered off a little bit, but still he's really good. And he after Zinoto and Nicko, probably the most impressive international wins, getting wins on Light, Ling Ling, Nicko, Ryuga, 8-Bit Man, Hikaru, Papao, Zinoto, Kept, Ksev, Black Twins. Some very impressive international level wins there. And he also has wins against Dylster, Low One, Goma, Ksev, Kepler, Zagoo, Advo, Hawk, Smasher, Lavish, BooBear, Runes, Linus, Ozone. As you can see, this is very filled out. He did get second at the very first big Michigan tournament. He got 65th at Frostbite, 25th at Glitch, 17th at Pound, 9th at Midwest Arena, 97th at SmashCon, and he's won a couple of tournaments there. Things like Smashfield's 189 and Spartan Weekly's 156. Moving on, we're in the middle of the brawl characters. Lyrics and Samus is going to go to Ozzy, the old school MSU ZSS player, with HMs going to Linus' secondary ZSS and Bacon, the CMU ZSS player. Ozzy has 66% win rate, and he did beat guys like Dylster, Gomakenpi, and Tojo, who all made PR at that season, I'm pretty sure. And he did have some impressive tournaments. They're getting a second a couple times at Spartan Weeklies, and he did get a top 24 at a Midwest Arcadian. Moving on to Wario, we have Low One with the HM going to One Trick. Low One, he's made PR in Season 3, Season 5, Season 6, and Season 7. And for the past 3 seasons, he's been top 5. He has an 82% win rate, which is really impressive. He has wins over Nicko, Zinoto, Daybreak, Goma, Advo, Quark, Dylster, Lavish, Onin, Superhero, Zagu, Hawk, BooBear, Dice, C. Caleb, Eden, Broly, Blade, Ozone, Spectral, David, T-Day 4444, Tojo, Aquatic. Need I say more? He's really good. I'm gonna lose my voice if I name every single win. So he's one of his most impressive tournaments of Ozzy and third at Back to Fast, which is a regional, and he's just dominating the local scene. He's really good. Snake is going to go to the old school Snake player Ksev, barely beating out Kepler, and Kovu, who's a notable Snake player as well. But anyway, he was killing at the beginning of the game. He beat guys like 6WX, Zinoto, Excalibur, Black Twins, Lush, the Yoshi player, Daybreak, Comet, Hungrybox, Lagoo, Advo, Goma, Runes, BooBear. Beating a lot of people here. Getting 4th at Holiday Heist 4, which is the first big regional in Michigan. 3rd out of 112 at another big regional. Got 129 for Genesis, got 97 at Frostbite, 49 for Pound, 3rd at Gommel, 7th at Guardian, 97 at SmashCon, 49 at Frostbite again. Very good results here for Ksev. Ike is going to go to Ryuga, who surprisingly was never ranked in Michigan, probably because he just didn't go to enough, but on a national scale, he was obviously really impressive, getting number 31 in the PGRU. Where he has a lot of international wins here, getting wins against Goblin, 6WX, MVD, Panda Bear, Zurge, Wishes, Captain L, Zone, Shu, Salem, Joey, Rock, Pumpkin Pie, and then has a lot of wins over Michigan's very own, like Smasher, Daybreak, Low One, Blade. He's one in Dark Shad. I don't know why I listed that there, but anyways, Zinoto, Runes, Advo, Kepler, Ksev, Superhero, and BooBear. I just get a lot of people. He won like the first 2 big Ultimate Weeklies and won the Holiday Heist. He did get 9th at Frostbite. He got 3rd at Pound, 3rd at Smash and Flash. He won a regional there with the Wolverine Tailgate. He got 17th at Glitch and 49th at Frostbite again. Really good player. I don't think many people are gonna argue for Yu. The Asians went to Hawk and Maloney. Both those guys have made PR with Ike before. Pokemon Trainer is gonna go to Gumbo, the West Michigan Pokemon Trainer player. He's been West Michigan PR a few times. Most notably got number 3 in season 5. He does boast a 72% win rate. He has wins against Eden, BooBear, Ducks, Wilf, Adorable, a lot of West's best players. DG, Morse Code, Chant, Druish. He's also beaten like Vault, Eros, and Blue and Suspect. So very good placings there. Most notably, as a reason though, 7th at the Uprising Mission, the Arcadian. Anyway, on to the next one. We got Diddy Kong, which is going to go rightfully to Zinoto. We already covered Zinoto, so I'm just going to save myself some press. I'll just say Asians go to Low 1 and Rog. Low 1, secondary Diddy Kong, and Rog, which is a notable Diddy Kong player in East Michigan. Lucas is going to go to Eden. Eden here with the old school Lucas. I have heard rumors he is going to bring it back after mating him again. But anyway, he's been top 5 in West Michigan for a while, at least. And he got number 3 on he got number 5 actually on the Michigan PR in season 6. And he's obviously beaten a lot of good players here with like Nito Sharp, Low 1, Nicko, SETHsational, Hawk, Couple, I was Hawk twice. Advo, Gomakenpi, Blue, Daybreak, BooBear, Gumbo, Zagu, Yoder, a lot of good players there. And his most notable players was playing Fortnite at Riptide. HMs go to David and Bringus, who had some really notable wins as well. Sonic is going to go to Adrio. And then HMs go to Goof and Zagu's secondary Sonics. And then he has wins on C. Caleb, Blade, Druish, Spectral, Rosetta Stone Code, Triscuits. Some solid wins there. C. Caleb and Blade have both made PR before. And he has some solid placements as well. Getting second a couple times, getting 3rd at Smash Rush. Pretty solid. King Diddy is going to go to Ness T, who got number 13 on the MISU Wi-Fi PR. He's going to beat out Updraft, the King Diddy specialist in MSU, and Dylster's Pocket Diddy. Who most notably beat Zinoto with his Diddy. Anyway, this is online. He got wins against guys like The Foe, Apricorn, Deli Boy, Ducks, David, Vanguard, who's PR to Texas, Lux, Dr. Watts, Kevy, Extraordinary, Anthony, Druish, RFX, Lavish, Spectral, Gomakenpi, Blownflex, Eden. So a lot of really good wins there for him, and he had some really solid online placements as well. Probably getting 5th out of 78 here was the most impressive one. Either way, we're going to move on to Gomakenpi, who we've already covered, so I get to save myself some breath. But Gomakenpi, of course, the best All-Mar in Michigan. He was the only All-Mar player in Michigan. So he's not winning by default. He would have won this probably no matter what. But anyway, we're just gonna move on just to save us some time. Lucario is a very close one here between Game Like King, Chironic, and Johnster. I did deem that Game Like King barely edged them out. You could argue this all 3 ways. But Game Like King had a 59% win rate. He had most notably had a win in Puppet, which was really random, but he had it. And he had wins against Gomakenpi, Eden, Ducks, Dr. Walk, Hawk, Shadow, Extraordinary, Pichu 3X. And then he did get 7th at Smash Rush, so very decent player here from East Michigan. But if someone said Chironic or Johnster, I wouldn't really argue. Rob is going to go to BooBear, the king of West Michigan. He was number 1 in West Michigan for 5 seasons straight until season 6 when he was put down to number 4 and then got up to number 3 in season 7. He does have a 79% win rate. He has wins on a lot of Michigan's top players like Zinoto, Daybreak, Dylster, SSBU, Ksev, Eden, Goma, Lavish, Low 1, Ozone, Advo, Linus, The Goo, Hawk, Copel. I listened to Hawk twice again. Sam, Mario, Koopies, 3X Runes. He also has peaked at number 2 on Michigan PRs as well. He did get 7th at the first big regional, got 9th for the Frostbite. He won like a smaller Daybreak regional right there at CNU Superstar Saga. He got 65th at Smash and Splash. and he has won like a Tri-City Free Waters. He has third at Holiday House 5, 25th at Big House 9. Very, very good player there. It's the reason why West Michigan players call him the King of the West. Bit of a fun one here. Two links going to go to EZ, the Northern Michigan player, the best player in Northern Michigan. It's kind of a shame because he doesn't get the chance to travel down as often. But when he has, he's beating guys like Copel, Prod, Dux, Lux, Gemini, Rembral, Yoder, Dukik, and Vinkus. So, given his location, some really good results there for EZ. He is going to beat out. I just want to give an HM here to Blue Danes, who I think was in Michigan for a little bit. But anyway, we're going to move right on to Daybreak, who, luckily for me, we already covered. But Daybreak, best Wolf in Michigan, by far. It wasn't even close. Like I said before, number 2, one of 2 players to make PR every single season in Michigan, which is really impressive. He had some really good international results as well, and he's beaten pretty much everyone that's good in Michigan. So obviously really good. HM's going to go to Gomakenpi and Ryoku's secondary Wolves. Villager is going to go to West Michigan's Wilf with beating out the HMs of Angry Elf and Human Person. He does have wins against Broly, and as well as and Spectral and Prince, as well as some of West Michigan's better players like Suspect, Dux, Dormalate, myself, Blue Boo, and Kayani, and Chan, and even Kick. He did get 33rd in Mirage. He got 33rd at Arcadian. He's gotten 5th at the Grand Revival. So very solid player here. He's one of West Michigan's favorites. Mega Man is going to go to Smasher 1001, with HM's going to Chan, the West Michigan Mega Man, and GOS, who is from Eastern Michigan. Smasher has made PR a couple times, getting number 5 in Season 1, number 9 in Season 2, and making a comeback in Season 11, getting number 11. He's a 71% win rate, and he has a load of wins here. He's getting wins against Zinoto, Advo, Goma, Daybreak, Ksev, Ozone, Nicko, Lavish, The Goo, Dylster, Aquatic, Blade, SETHsational, Tire Train, Piece of Strax, Hawk, Burst, Quark, Spectral, Eden, Gummy, like Blush, like a lot of really good wins here. Internationally, he did get 97th at Frostbite, and he's also done pretty good at like he got 5th at Climax 3, which probably overall his best tournament because that tournament was really stacked. But anyway, we're gonna move on to Wii Fit Trainer, to Prod, who the Mid-Michigan specialist, the Mid-Michigan favorite here, who has a lot of good wins here, but is obviously most known for that run at the Arcadian where he got 2nd. But anyway, he has beaten guys like Hungry Box, Dr. Watts, 34, Copel, Dice, Agi, Sicknick, SETHsational, Extraordinary, Ryoku, Jado, and Hawk, like some, and Eden and Drift, like some really good wins here for a Prod, who there weren't any Wii Fit trainers that's to mention here, but he probably would have won it anyway. So good on Prod. I think a lot of people really like this guy. Rosalina and Luma is going to go to Linus, who similar like some other people have gone over. There's no other people to make note of here, but he most likely would have won it anyway. He has been PR in Season 5 and Season 7, and he has a 70% win rate. He has a lot of wins here going against a lot of Michigan's best players. Probably sick of hearing these names, but against guys like Daybreak, Goma, Dylster, Hawk, Piece of Strax, Lavish, Nicko, Quark, Advo, Superhero, Tojo, BooBear, Nan, Anthony, isn't cool, Unemployment, Ryoku, like a lot of good wins there. He got 65th at Let's Make Big Moves, which is one of his best tournaments, which is probably overall his best tournament actually, getting 65th at a major. And we went on to Little Mac. We got Matador edging out Joe Cool for this spot. He had wins at Smasher, Zero Mar, Bringus, Lavish, Tojo, so PR players there. He had a win on Nan, who made PR, Quark, who made PR, DG, West Michigan standout. And he has gone top 8 in a couple of Oasises. So, very good Little Mac player here. I don't think anyone would argue with him being the Little Mac representative. Going to Greninja, we got the West Michigan's very own Adorable Knight, who's been maining Greninja for over about 2.5 years now. Who has been one of the best players in West Michigan for a while. He's fluctuated between like the 4 to 8 range in West Michigan PRs, but he's of course good. He has wins against Hawk, Linus, Suspect, DG, Chan, Defoe, BooBear, Eden, Boo, Spectral. Like he's been like I mentioned every really good West Michigan player, and then you can throw in wins against like the Hawk, Minus, and Rainbow King, which obviously will help him stand out. He did get top 16 at the Arcadian. He got 97 at Smash and Flash, which is pretty impressive considering how big the tournament was. And he did get 9 for Mirage. So some really good, like, bigger tournament placings there for Adorable Knight. Mii Brawler is going to go to Ksev, who's going to beat out Copo's secondary Mii Brawler, or Pocket Mii Brawler. He got most of his results primarily online, but regardless, he beat guys like Quark, Boneflex, Gomakenpi, Spectral, Zero Mar, Dux, Syrup, Artemis, Eden. Those all some really good wins there. He has won a couple turns. He has won a couple tournaments online as well. Anyway, moving on to C. Caleb. He's gonna take Mii Gunner over Eureka and Ksev 1885. He did get an HM on Michigan PR Season 6. And he has wins against guys like Sinji, Raptor, Suarez, Peanut, Gomakenpi, Kepler, Nicko, Quark, Advo, Lavish, Daybreak, Dylster, John Numbers, Palka, Blade, Anthony's and Cool, Superhero, with a Vanguard, like a lot of Ape Man, a Hawk, Eden, P French, a lot of really good wins here for C. Caleb. He did get 129 for Riptide. He's won a tournament here like DI Downriver and Nighttown Detroit. He's obviously a really good player. Next up, Mii Sword Fighter is gonna go to Ksev once again. We just covered him, so we'll move on. Perry gets an HM here for being the only other Mii Sword Fighter I could think is like kind of good. Palutena is gonna go to Druish, who's gonna barely nudge out Tojo for this spot, and Almad is gonna get an HM here. It's just like really good notable. And Druish got number 2 on the MIC Wi-Fi PR, and he got number 5 on the West Michigan PR. He has wins against Onin, Quark, Defoe, Copal, Superhero, Eden, Adorable Knight, Boo, Armade, Lazy Zach, SETHsational, Extraordinary, Chan, Suspect Hawk, Tojo, A Coward, who is number 8 in Chicago now, I think. Ness, Rinku, Scrubbed Out, P3X, Caden, DG. So a lot of really good wins here for Druish. I think you could argue Tojo over him. You could go either way. I did slightly go to Druish because I thought number 2 on the Wi-Fi PR was slightly more impressive than Tojo getting 13th once on PR. And their wins are pretty comfortable as well. Anyway, moving on. Pac-Man is going to go C. Caleb. We just covered C. Caleb, so we're going to move on. But I'm going to mention that P3X and Nebula's Pac-Man were really close. This like P3X and C. Caleb were really close for this, but C. Caleb did edge on P3X. Robin is going to go to Onin, the best player in West Michigan, who is number 3 on the Michigan PR. Now, a lot of these results are due to his Wi-Fi era results, where he did play a lot of Robin. HMs are going to go to RFX and OT, and he's got a stupid amount of wins here. Just not even against, not just against like Michigan's best players like Zinoto, Nicko, Low 1. He's been like out of state players like Naito Sharp, and he has like also wins like Daybreak, Quark, Eden, Hawk, Linus. Online, he's beating so many guys. He's beating like Pelka, MJ, Luma, Colonies, Bonk, Airbag, Supergirl Kills, Syrup, Tidal, Comet, Shunkan, Quid, who just won a major. Like a lot of good Kira Rash, like a lot of really good players here he's beaten. He got 25th at Let's Make Big Moves. That is overall probably his best tournament. He got 1st at a regional at Graveyard. So Onin, very good, very good player. Kid's only like 15 years old too. He's got a bright future ahead. Shulk is gonna go to Nicko. We covered Nicko earlier. But either way, everyone knows that Nicko is probably the best NA Shulk. You could argue him or Uncivil Ninja. But HM's here go to Defoe, who's probably the 3rd best NA Shulk. Just a shame for Defoe that Nicko also lives in Michigan. And he also got Vision as well. Bowser Jr. is going to go. This is a pretty much a 2-headed race, but the Bowser does edge out Yanni here just by a little bit. He got number 6 on the MISC Wi-Fi PR, and he has wins against Puppet, and Giddy, and Advo, and Dylster, and Superhero, and Spectral, and Linus, and Dr. Watts, and Smasher, and Ozone, Gomakenpi, Blade, Aquatic, The Goo, Anthony, Nen, Nebula, Citrus. A lot of really good wins there. He has top baited a couple of like a lot of weeklies in Michigan, obviously, and he got top 16 at the Arcadian. Duck Hunt is going to go to Ozone, who got PR the first 3 seasons in Michigan. and he has a lot of wins here. His international wins are pretty impressive too. He had wins against Myron, Dark Wizzy, and Mystery, and then a lot of just high-end machine wins to boot as well. They get Daybreak, Rune, Smasher, Zagoo, Advo, Gomakenpi, Ksev, BooBear, Dylster, Ducks, Low One, Maloney, The Bows, Caleb, Linus, SETHsational, Giddy, Lavish, Quark. So obviously a lot of really good wins from there. Hawk and Onan, he's also beating them. One of the most impressive tournaments, obviously getting 5th at Paragon's Shift, and he got 97 at Evo as well, and 65 Frostbite, 65 Glitch, and 3rd at Holiday Heist, which was like one of the best regionals as well. Rio is going to go to Perry Master, the East Michigan Rio player. Each of them going to go to Extraordinary Secondary Rio. But Perry Master, 67% win rate, and he has beaten guys like Quark, Advo, Gomakenpi, Gummy, Blade, Caleb, Dr. Watts, Palka, Bloomflex. A whole lot of good wins for him there. He has won a tournament as well, getting 1st out of 40 at Social Distance Demons. And 3rd, and he's also done well offline, getting 3rd at SmackDown Detroit. So Perry Master, really good player. Extraordinary is going to take the 10 spot, beating out Perry Master and Chironic. He got number 12 on the Wi-Fi PR. And he had a 63% win rate. He beat Frog, the really good Bayonetta player, Jake, Eden, Quark, Anthony's and Cole, RFX, Bloomflex, RFX again, I don't know why I listened to him twice, David, Ksev, Druish, Kopel, Hawk, Akaru. Lots of really good wins for him here, obviously. He has won some online tournaments as well, and he's currently got top 8 at Tri-City Triads as well. He has won Mid-Michigan, of course. Cloud is going to go to Anthony's and Cool. He's like only 16 years old as well. He's got a 70% win rate. He got number 5 on the Wi-Fi PR, number 15 on Season 6, and number 12 on Season 7. He has beaten guys like Ned, Myron, Advo, Kopel, Eden, Marley, Vent, Apple, Spection, Dutz, Zeromar, Dr. Watts, Quark, Nicko, Gomakenpi, Agi, Tidal, like Bloomflex. He's beaten a lot of people. Beating Dylster and Druish. He has won some tournaments as well, winning DXMDI down reverse. He's got the top 8 at Back to Smash and top 8 at Graveyard Smash. So top 8 in both regionals he's gone to. And he got 4th out of 555, which is kind of insane. And we went on to Bayonetta to Corrin rather. I'm just gonna go to Dylster's Pocket Corrin. This was this was pretty much went to Dylster because I already used Linus twice, and so Dylster's Corrin is just gonna take it here. We already covered Dylster, but his Corrin is pretty good. Don't worry about that. His Corrin is really good. Bayonetta is gonna go to Nen, who got PR1 season 5. He has wins against Daybreak, Linus, Gomakenpi, Sam, Advo, Quark, Lavish, Hawk, Pichu Strax, a lot of really good players there. Unknown, Caleb, Zagoo. He isn't active, but I'm pretty sure he did reside in Ann Arbor for a while. And he just kind of he was one of the players that ran in Ann Arbor for the longest time. Inkling is going to go to Sam, who currently resides in Southeast Michigan and Ann Arbor area as well, I believe. She did move over from Pittsburgh. She's going to beat out Paji, the Inkling main, and BooBear's secondary Inkling. She of course has wins against Zinoto, Nito Sharp. I don't know why did I list those twice. There's so many typos. Zedekai, Ice, Linus, Hawk, Ness, Icy Mist, Park Nips, Immortal, Pichu Strax. A lot of good wins for her here. Ridley is gonna go to East Serpent. We're almost done. The home stretch. I know he is banned, but East Serpent was the best Ridley in Michigan. I don't think many people would argue that. So we're just gonna go over the results and not really talk about his ban. He has wins against Nito Sharp, Daybreak, Gomakenpi, Runes, Ryoku, Lavish, Shire Train, Aquatic, Linus and Akaru, and Pichu Strax. All really good players, of course. Samus Richter is gonna go to Agi. Shit, why did that happen? Okay, anyway, he's gonna go to Agi. The Michigan player who's gone to every local in the state. I think he's the only person to ever do that. But anyway, he has wins against Low One, Onan, Quark, Hawk, Linus, Dylster, Daybreak, Pichu Strax, Prod, Gomakenpi, Lavish, Smasher, Suspect, Zeromar, Broly, SETHsational, Caleb, Sylvanas, Ksev, Blade, Zagoo, His most impressive tournament was, of course, the third out of 128 at Spartan Weekly's number 69, the monthly. King K. Rool is going to go to Kopel, who has beaten so many people. It's ridiculous. He got number 3 in the Wi-Fi PR. He is by far the best King K. Rool player in Michigan, and he's probably the second best King K. Rool player in the States as well. We already covered most of the results earlier, so I'm just going to move on. Isabel is going to go to Ellipsis, the Oakland University Isabel player, who has beaten the likes of Lavish, Zeromar, Solar, Snowblack, Kitaro, and Ahmad, and Piece of Rex, and Blade. He did beat out Nam's Pocket Isabel, but he has gone like third on his and stuff, and his best turn is probably getting top 8 out of Smash Field. He also did get top 16 at Holiday Has 5, which is also pretty impressive. Incineroar is going to go to Freakzoid with Kevy and Casper getting the HM spots here. He has wins against Kopel, SETHsational, Linus, Sickenex, Superhero, Eden, Ryoku, Caleb. So some pretty good PR players there. He got 5th at like the first big Ultra tournament here in Michigan. Got top 16 at Pantheon. He's got top 8 a couple times at Smash Fields. He got top 8 at Crimson Clash, and he perennially gets top 8 at Tri-Cities. Piranha Plant is going to go to the MSU's very own Ninja Dog, beating out West Michigan's Glitch and Nefair's lives in East Michigan. Ninja Dog, of course, has wins against Gomakenpi, Daybreak, Linus, Tojo, who are all made PR, of course, and he has some pretty good wins too against like Akaru, Spection, Kevy as well. So he usually gets top 16 at Spartan Weeklies, and he usually gets top 8 at Wave Dash. Joker is going to go to Zagu, who has peaked at number 5 in the Michigan PR, won his DLC finally. And he's beating out Onin and Lux here for the best, who do get the HM spots. Shit, yeah. Anyway, he has wins against Aaron, Low 1, BooBear, Dylster, Blade, Kepler, Daybreak, Ksev, Gomakenpi, Runes, Advo, Ozone, Yanni, Aquatic, Smasher, Lavish, E-Serpent, Blade, SETHsational, Tojo, The Bows, Caleb, Defoe, Nebula, Maloney, just the only ones to mention there. He got 97 at Big House. He got 9th at Guardian. He's gotten top 8s at a lot of Smash Fields and Oasis as well. Hero is going to go to Z-Fan, barely edging out Foku, as well as Gomakenpi's secondary, or Pocket Hero rather. He is no longer inactive, but he is from East Michigan. He has wins against Daybreak, Low 1, Quark, Anthony's and Cool, Superhero, Blade, Zagu. All those guys have gone on to get PR. He also has some other solid wins against guys like The Bows, Drewish, David, Perrymaster. So, pretty good results there. He has gotten a lot of top 8s in this day as well. Very good player, Z-Fan is. Banjo Kazooie is going to go to Frauda to edges out the Daddy Longlegs here. He is from Southeast Michigan, and he has wins against Daybreak, Hawk, Kevy, and Dylster, and Dusty. Some solid wins there, and some solid placings here, as you can see. Getting 4th from Banana Brawl, third at Coral a couple times, and winning 1 online tournament. Terry is going to crash 1-on-1. He's from East Michigan. He's going to beat out Perrymaster and Elliot, the West Michigan Terry player. He has a 71% win rate and a lot of notable wins over guys like Daybreak, Gomakenpi, Eden, Lil 1, and BooBear. All the guys have been super top NPR before. He also wins against like Superhero, Armate, Armadillo, Weiss, GOS, Caleb. So, a very good spread there for him. He got top 24 at Arcadian. He got top 8 at Wolverina. And he usually gets top 8 in most terms to go to like SmackDown Detroit and Denver. Violet is going to go to West Michigan's very own Keani, beating out Dylsters and Broly's Pocket Violets. He did get number 9 on the most recent West Michigan PR, and he has wins against Defoe, Suspect, Wilf, myself, Dark Venom, Hyrule Timeline Paradox, OT, and Z Demon Cake. One of the more impressive tournament runs was getting 4th and 2nd at some online tournaments here, and while was winning 1 local here at Roll West at number 27.5. Min is going to go to Linus with the Bows and RFX getting some HMs here. We already covered Linus, so I'm just going to move on. Steve is gonna go to Onin. We already covered Onin as well, but his Steve is no joke, of course. He has beaten the likes of Zinoto with Steve. He, I think, had like one of the biggest like seed over performance ratings ever at Riptide. So no one, everyone knows who Onin is now. He's peaked at number 3 in Michigan PR. Like I said before, he's only 15 years old. He has all the world, and he has all the potential in the world to only go up. Sephiroth is gonna go to SETHsational. Luckily for me, we already covered Sephiroth. Isn't that nice? We already covered SETHsational. HMT are gonna go to RFX and Shady. But yeah, SETHsational. But easily got the slot. Power Mister is going to go to West Michigan Suspect, who's going to be our superhero in Oz. He has gotten in number 7 on West Michigan PR multiple times, and peaked at number 4 in the most recent season. He has wins against Daybreak, Onin, Hawk, Linus, Agi, Defoe, Chan, Dux, Adorable Blue Boo, Druish, Merrick, DG, Ryoku, YODERLAHEEHOO, Zephyr, and Zephyr. He's gotten 3rd at monthlies like Bronco Beatdown, and his best tournament right here is probably getting 9th at Mirage. Finally, we're wrapping up with Sora. Oh, no, wait, no, it's Kazuya. Fuck, I forgot. Anyway, the Bows is coming back here to take the spot with Kazuya. We already talked about him earlier. He's a really good player. Got top 16 at Arcadian, beat guys like Citrus and SETHsational and Dylster and stuff. So, really good player. I think he's maining Kazuya for a long time now. Perrymaster does get DHM, though. And Zagu is going to get the best Sora as well. I think he mains Sora now. So some of these wins were Sora, not all of them obviously, because I think he got most of his wins with Joker. But anyway, he's gonna beat out P6 Rexes and Daybreak's Pocket Soras. And that is gonna be it, guys. I really appreciate you guys for watching. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. This was a lot of fun to put together, and please don't get too upset if you weren't on here or if you think I got something wrong. This was a huge time sink for me. This took about 16 hours to put together. And I just want you guys to take over for this. It was a fun project for me. I'll probably try doing a project like this like 2 or 3 months down the road. But anyway, that's gonna be it for me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.